join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and conversations connect. I am your host, Mercedes Renee.
And I'm your other host, Almisa Valdez. And today, guest, we bring you the beats, the energy, and the culture straight to the mic, from rocking crowds and spinning unforgettable sets to representing the Latin music scene with passion and style. We bring you a well known artist known how to keep the party alive, Mr. DJ Latin Prince. Welcome to our
Hell
show.
yeah. That's what
Yes.
I'm talking about. I love the intro, guys. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank
good,
you
good.
for your
That's
time.
no, thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate you. I rarely do interviews, not because I don't do interviews. I just trying to find the time to get them in.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You're a
So
busy, busy man. So thank you, like Almisa was saying, for taking the time to come and join us. And I just love what you have been doing your whole career. Like you began in the Bay Area in like the 1990s.
hmm
And you're known for like high energy performances, and you have like a deep understanding for like crowd culture, and you're not only a DJ, you're like a producer, a remixer, you're like a music executive, and you're not just local, you're like international. So I just
yes,
love like what you do for just the music industry in general. um,
You
and you've
bring
been on
that.
the radio as well. You've been on the radio as well.
hmm
You were on KMEL,
KM,
correct?
yeah, KMEL in San Francisco. Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes,
many,
sir.
many
So
years. Yes.
yeah, so you were on KMEL as well, and I mean, you're well known, not even in the DJ booth, just but way out of the DJ booth as well. You were even, I mean, I could go on and on about you. Like you've been behind the music scenes. You were an executive and a promotional roles at MCA Records and Motown.
hmm
You've done stuff with Mary J. Blige. You've done stuff with Pitbull. You've done stuff with like the Yin Yang Twins. You've done stuff. I mean, I could go on and on about you.
Tell
So,
us about
given
it.
given all of that background, and I'm sure, and there's many, 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 many more. Like I said, I could go on and on. But given all that background, how has that um, helped you become the man that you are today? How has all that background helped you establish the man that you are today?
Well, it's funny because it's like I'm in the process of writing a book
Oh, I love that so much.
about my it's gonna be called my the music is my weapon. It's basically a journey from being a kid who grew up in Nicaragua, immigrant coming to America and just being able to accomplish and all the dreams. Like when I was a young child, I was always fascinated with radio, and I
Mhm,
always felt like, you know what, I'm gonna do something that is gonna go in that on that realm,
mhm,
in that move. So, and
mhm.
I was able to accomplish those goals and be able to meet incredible artists in my journey. And but to answer your question, like I think it's just like my whole journey has just made me get an understanding of how this whole business how the business works,
Mhm.
and I feel like blessed because of the relationships that I have built in the business uh, till this day. Being friends with a lot of artists, executives, mentors, people who are still in the business, and for me, it's been a learning experience. But at the same time, I also mentor young
Mhm.
DJs on what to do and what not to do, the uh, the pitfalls of the industry. You got to take care of yourself. You got to like don't don't get caught up in shenanigans and stuff like that. So, the journey I have taken has shown me so much. I have learned so much, and I have also networked so much, and I was able to, like I said, meet other people who have mentored me as well.
I love that. I love that answer so, so much. You know, it's funny because I've never seen you like in like the media, like because you're such a big name, like in the DJ industry and like the music industry, and I've never seen any negative comments or negative um, tones or negative anything about you in the tabloids or in the anything. So I love that so much about you. Um, s-
You got to, you know what? At the end of the day, guys, you have to be real with yourself. And like I have dealt with so many artists in the past. I have, like I said, I try to promote. I try to, how can I say? It's like with these artists, you're like selling a dream. And at one point in my career, I was like, basically just helping artists and getting these budgets to be able to, help them get to where they
Hmm.
needed to go.
Yes,
And I
sir.
was never a person who would just take money and run. And
Hmm.
that's one thing that people get caught up in this business. They take the money and they disappear. So
Yeah.
it's a little, so that's why you don't hear any negative comments or about me because I'm a straight guy. I'm a straight up guy. I'm a straight shooter, and and people laugh at me because I'm a realist. I keep it real, so I don't.
100%, as it should be. Yeah.
I don't play around.
That's awesome. That's a great attribute to have. So,
Yeah.
how do you stay spiritually grounded in the music industry?
You know what? I keep it humble. I ground myself. Like I don't make myself being, like, oh, I'm bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the man. Just because I could call Pitbull right now or whoever I can. Because I have him on my. It's that's not my style. I'm never been and one thing that is that I speak with Ricky and he feels like I just don't give myself enough credit for what I have done in this business. But you know what? I was like, I just let my accolades speak for themselves. Like I just let, like, oh damn, he's done this, he's done that, he's been around this, he's like I just let my peers speak as well. I don't be out there boasting about, I'm not patting myself in the back or doing anything like that. So with that said, I stay grounded by just staying humble, you know, and keeping
It,
it real and just
it exemplifies your character. It
yeah. I
truly.
don't like to I don't like to complicate my life.
I love that. I love that. And you
Yes,
you don't see that a lot in the music industry, in the DJ atmosphere, in the whatever, just because a lot of people are in it for the clout. And I love that you're not.
100%. I'm not. it was. I'm gonna tell you the funny story. Somebody asked me, "Hey, did you ever get into like what was? I mean, first and foremost, I got into the DJ thing because I love the music.
Hmm.
That was that. So there was loving the music and loving the money that I could make in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it was
Yeah,
always about the love of the music and the bag.
right,
So
for sure.
and then people say, well, what about the girls? And I was like, you know
That
what?
is
It's never been my 1,000% honest. I never got in it because I know there's a lot of DJs out there, young DJs who are like, oh man, I want a DJ so I can have all these honeys and whoop de whoop. But I'm like, yeah, but you can have all these honeys, but you're not making money. So what's
Right,
the point?
right.
You're a broke ass DJ because you're too focused on a drink or a girl, what I'm saying? Or several girls, for that matter. But
right, yeah.
it's always been up. It's always been about the music for me. And that's the thing that drives me till this day is the music. And sitting at home writing music or producing music and doing stuff. Like I was playing some stuff for Ricky just recently. I've just also like I'm always exploring things. Like I worked on I just worked on my first country song
Oh,
and it's and it's
nice.
and it's amazing. And it's amazing. It came out real dope. So it's like, and people are like, why are you doing country? I said, it's not like I'm not a country artist. I'm not a country producer. I just want to do something because I feel like I live in Texas. And I just, now because I came from New York, so why not? Why
That's
not? Why
exactly
not?
right. Why
Why
not?
not?
Because you
So
can.
why not? So I'm gonna do a little EP with 6 songs and I'm going to have local artists from Dallas,
Oh,
sing the songs.
Nice.
So
well,
that's
congratulations.
that's my project that I'm working on right now.
I'm so
Nice.
And
proud of you.
How
Congratulations.
long have we been in Texas?
it's going to be 6 years in July. July 8th is when I got
He's
here.
so new.
I, I left. I left in the middle of pandemic. I left New York in the middle of pandemic. There was no, as you know, New York was shut down for 2.5 years.
Right.
I was paying crazy money for rent. I was paying like $4,000 a month, for my rent, and there was no gigs, there was no weddings, there was no private events, like There was nothing. The only thing that I was doing at the moment, I was just doing my show on Sirius XM. You know, globalization was just, Pitbull's radio station. But I could do that from here. I could do it at home. I didn't have to be in the studio. I miss being in the studio because I was able to interview artists, you know, at the studio. But because of the pandemic, things changed. But here we are,
It's life.
moving forward. And guess what? And guess what? Today, even though I was, and you know what? And the more crazy thing about the country songs is that I was never a fan. Well, I'm not. Let me take that back. I love the country artists, but it was never my lane. I was like, like not until I got to Texas is when I really just I started to appreciate the genre of country music, and I got into the whole vibe. And DJing parties where you know what, we need you to play this, and I'm like, okay, like, oh, I get it. So I went, and then now today I work with the man, Garth
Nice.
Brooks.
Nice.
Garth Brooks is my boss. you know.
Woohoo.
So I do it. He has a radio station called Tailgate Radio, and I'm one of his DJs.
Oh,
So
Isn't that
congratulations.
amazing? Yes.
so imagine I went from that like no country to working with the man.
To the biggest, exactly.
Woo,
Exactly.
woo.
That's
So
right. Congratulations. Welcome to
once
Texas,
again,
baby.
welcome. Thank you. So that's been the journey, and I say, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it upon myself to like really study and learn the genre and make it sexy.
I love that, but I'm with you, like, on the country well, was with you when you were not into country, but I'm not a big country fan. I'm really not. However, to backtrack on that, I do like women who have soulful voices in the country music industry, like Jennifer Nettles and the girl from Lady Antebellum and Carrie Underwood. If
Hmm.
they have like
Hmm.
real deep soulful voices, I'm down with that. But what I
Yeah.
don't like is like the music that it's all about like I'm drinking whiskey and crying over this and I'm this and
Well,
that.
I mean, country music is such it's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
So that's what it. So like the song that I wrote, right? It's called "Giving You Your Flowers."
Oh,
So basically, it's a song because I was just thinking like like it's crazy that when we men uh pass away, when we die, that's the only time that we get our flowers at the funeral, at the grave. But before that, I mean, how many times can you say that you give men their flowers? Or I mean, men are always giving women flowers, but
Right.
for
Right.
us, getting flowers. So when you listen to the lyrics about this song, it will make you cry. You will tear up for sure
oh, I
because
love it.
it's that deep.
I
It's
love
that deep.
that.
How
I
do you
love
feel
that.
about men receiving flowers? I think,
Huh?
how do you feel about that?
About receiving flowers.
Yes.
I mean, it's like
The
I have
genuineness.
never, honestly, I have never gotten any flowers from anybody. Not from any girlfriends, wife, never.
I think we put it
So,
in
so
this.
think,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, I'm just saying, like,
I
I'm
think we
listening to
put
what
it
you got.
in this where only, for whatever reason, where women are only supposed to receive flowers. But I don't agree with that. I think men should receive flowers, and just anybody in general, because flowers is it's just a joyful feeling when receiving and giving. I know for me, for giving, when giving, flowers are for
I,
everybody.
I just feel like we're so jaded. I don't know, maybe it's me, but so one night I was just sitting in my room, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. I need to, you know, write something that it hits me. So, and then I was able to. There's a group of girls, this sister group here in Texas. Well, here in Plano, I should say, where we met because I used to work at a place called Sambuca 360. I met a lot of artists, that would come and perform there. So I was like, you know what? Let me get one of these. Let me give one of these girls a call and see if how they could be involved in this in the making of this stuff. So you know, and it worked out. So I gotta send you the song. I mean, I could play it for you. I
Send
don't
me
know
the
if I could play
song.
it.
Yes, send me the song.
I have to send it to you because when
Yes,
you listen, when you hear it, you'll be like, wow,
yes.
this
And I
record's
know
crazy.
about Sambuca. I love Sambuca.
I was at
Sambuca's
Sambuca
good.
for quite a while. So it was like it's the rocking bar, they have the bands, and then the
Yep,
DJ comes on. So,
yep.
but,
I love
but that
Sambuca.
whole, so, and I was also, I was DJing at Glorious in Addison with Havana Energy. Shout outs to Havana Energy and my crew.
Yes.
So, it's been I mean, it's been a little bit of a journey coming here. I mean, I got here on July 8th, and I was already working. I was already DJing in August because you already know Texas didn't really shut down.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And just to tell you, there are women out there who give men flowers. I've given men flowers. So just to let you
Mm,
know, they're far and few between, but there are women out there who give men flowers. So you just have to pluck them and find them. But I promise you, there are women out there.
especially in Texas.
Oh yeah.
You gotta find them. You gotta find them.
I just I'm just asking for a friend.
There are women.
For
I
sure.
promise you. I promise you. Miss
I believe
Monica
you.
Aurora Rincon says you need to check out Gary Kyle. I'm assuming that he's in Dallas for your country album.
Okay. I
Yeah,
I
check
definitely will
Gary
look.
Kyle. Gary
You
Kyle.
said okay, Gary Kyle. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys.
Sure, sure. So
So
you
I'm always looking. So sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Of course, of
Go
course.
ahead.
So you have DJ'd like around the world, like internationally. You've been in the US, you've
Mm.
been in Europe, you've been in Asia, you've been in Latin America, and I'm sure many, many more. So is there a place that you have DJ'd and been that you have loved the most?
You know what? Every country that I have DJ, I've been received so well that it's hard to say. I would say in Europe, I would say Croatia, a little country of named Macedonia. I did a festival over there, and I had a technical difficulty where um, part of the equipment went dark because we had a power outage, or I don't know what it was. So they had to fix it. But while they were, getting us back online, I was on the microphone and telling the crowds like, "All right, guys, let's cheer them on. Let's cheer them on." And I was like, "Latin Prince, Latin Prince," and then I stopped saying it, and you hear the whole crowd, "Latin Prince," and they were just like until the lights get back on. So like I said, there's been like Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, India. This like so many places, even China, being in Shanghai.
Wow.
So uh, it's been when you go overseas, the thing that's different between the U.S. and living and going to do shows outside the U.S. that they treat you like a rock star.
Yeah.
You land, you see posters, and you see billboards with your name on it. You see all kinds of stuff. Like if you're like, I think the only place that they do that here now is Vegas. The DJs will get their props on, out there.
On the
But
big
when you
screen.
go,
Yeah.
yeah, and the big screens. But when you go to these countries, it's a big deal, especially because you're getting paid good money. They're flying you there, so the expenses are high. So they want to make sure that people come to the show, and
Yeah.
a lot, and I've been to, like once again Macedonia. There was this one place that I used to. I still do shows there, and even the mayor of the city will come out to party with us. It was so
Wow.
crazy because they just really enjoy the energy that I brought to the party. So I was always invited. They will fly me out. So it's always like I said. There's so many places. Like I said, in Croatia, there's an old city called Dubrovnik. There's a huge club in that city. Um, it's called Reveling Club, and it's inside of a castle in the catacombs, and there's like 5,000 people. They're going crazy, and it's an experience. I've been going to Croatia since 2004, doing a lot of shows. So I've
That's
seen it all.
amazing.
That
That's
I've
is.
seen it
amazing.
all. I even brought, there's a video on YouTube where where I opened up for 50 Cent in Croatia. There was like 12,000 people, in the crowd. So it's
You bring
different. I
energy.
DJ it was called the World Gathering. I think that's the name of the. And if you look it up, World Gathering, it's a big festival that happens all around the globe. And this one, I was in Malaysia, and it was like 30,000 people. It was like an EDC. So it was just massive. It's huge. So those are the things that they humble me. I don't. They make me nervous. It's like opening like, oh my god, like there's so many people here. Like, wow, you cannot f up anything. You know what I'm
That's
saying? You cannot. You
right,
gotta you
right.
gotta keep it. You gotta keep it real and you
You stay so
just
humble.
yeah. You
Love
gotta
that.
you have to. I mean, even when I go to these places, I don't go to McDonald's to go eat. I go to the locals. Every time I go to, it could be Singapore, it could be anywhere. India. I told my friends, I said, take me to the hood, man. Take me to where the people eat. I want to sit down on the floor and eat with my hands, so I could, with the people in that country. I don't. Why do you want to go to McDonald's? Because they like think that's what I
Sure.
want to eat. You always got to, when you go to these countries, you have to take advantage of
Right.
of the of
And
the culture, the
yes, right.
people, and the food as well. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun for me. Having somebody else pay for your trips, that's even more fun. That's how I've been able to. That's how I got to have 2 million miles on Delta. Because imagine having promoters pay for your flights for years, years. You know, it's
That's a
it's it's a it's
blessing.
it's a blessing
Yes, that
That's
to
truly
be able to
is.
be able to that's to be able to travel on somebody else's dime.
that's
That is
amazing.
phenomenal. I know. And to be able to
Yeah.
share his accomplishments with us, that's even more.
No, it's been a beautiful, like I said, that's part of the stuff that I'm gonna talk in the book. It's the journey, you know, and my journey that continues to happen today. I'm still in this journey. It's not over yet. I'm
Absolutely
not
not.
I'm not ready to retire just yet. So
Well, good, good. We do. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure nobody wants you to retire.
No.
yeah. The phone's still ringing. Thank God.
That's all that
Ringing for a
matters.
reason. Ringing for a reason. I
Yes, yes,
always say
yes.
on this podcast that um, God has given everybody a calling. And when you know what your God given calling is, then the sky's the limit. So you know what your God given calling is. And you've always known since the 90s what your God given calling is. So I love that. And you've just been tracking and tracking and tracking since then. So, and on top of that, you stay humble and you stay grounded and you stay spiritually grounded. So that's why you keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up, and I love that. I love that so much
I
for
mean, I never felt in all my years. My friends like, like you're doing all these things. You're like doing that and this and but you're still humble. I said, listen, I'm the same guy that I was when I first started this whole journey.
Mhm.
I'm just more busy, but that's about it.
yeah.
But I still make time for you. I have the 5 minute rule. I call my friends and I give them at least 5 minutes of my time. You know, and
Oh,
it's the 5 minute rule. You have to. I keep in touch with a lot of my friends. Um, you know, I lost a lot of friends during pandemic. People passed away, so it's like I don't like to take people for granted
For
either.
granted,
Pick
right?
up pick up the phone and make sure they're
Right.
okay. Or text, hey man, I'm just checking up on you. How you doing? How's your family? Like, is everything cool? You need anything from me? Like you never know where people are at on a daily basis. Mental health is important to be focused on as well. So
I
that's
agree.
like I said, it's your self journey. It's like you have to stay in touch. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. That is absolutely correct. So every artist has a first big moment. What was the moment that made you feel like, okay, this is really happening to me?
That's a good question. Very interesting question. Like, what? It's hard to. I think when I started to travel and I was like all over the world doing all these shows, it hit me. It's like, wow, like I think I got here. Like I think the train is taking me on
You
a
made it.
journey to
Hmm.
I made it. Like I went from being a local DJ to traveling the world and doing so many gigs all over the place. You know, it's like and every single city that I went to, every single town, every place that I visited, I was just like I would sit back and I'd be like, wow, I would take it in. And those were the blessings. That's when you knew that you made it. That like wow, who would have thought I would be sitting here watching this beautiful view in Taipei or Australia or like all these beautiful locations, even Vietnam. Like I mean, it's just like wow, you're like, and then taking a walk in the streets and seeing people and just like taking it all in.
Recognizing you, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you realize like wow, I made it.
I,
Mama, I made it.
yeah, that's right. That is
Mama,
so
where you at?
easy.
That's
That's
right.
awesome. And then growing up, because you mentioned it was all about music, is there a specific or somebody that you listened to who truly inspired you that you can?
You know what? It's crazy. Not a particular person. Well, I'm a big fan of Prince, so
Oh, me too. Is that where the name came from?
that's it. And you know what? And I tell you a story, a true story, and I have witnesses as well too, because I have, I gotta have the seal, the stamp.
It-
I told Prince myself. That's why I call myself Latin Prince. I'm Latino, and I love Prince, and that's where it came from. And he was like, "Really, man?" I'm like, "I'm telling you." I was doing a party for a friend of mine in Hollywood, California. It was her birthday. She's a DJ as well, so she said, "I'm gonna have Prince's DJ come in and open. Then I might do a little something, something, and then I want you to close out the party." I said, oh, "Cool." So the girl opened up, the party. She did her set, amazing. Then she came on, did maybe like a 20-minute, 30-minute set, and then I took over and to finish up, the gig. And I'm just doing my thing. It's me and my boy Mark X in the booth, and I'm just, doing my, just entertaining people, making them dance. And then all of a sudden, I look to the left.
No.
No way, there he is, the
Yeah.
man. And I'm losing my shit because I'm like, what? I literally got on my knees. I was like,
What?
and he's like, and he stop. Then I'm like, nah, 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 nah. Then I get into my Prince set and stuff, and I'm just rocking out some Prince songs. And he's like, he was literally on the DJ booth for like about half an hour. We had a good chat. It was an amazing experience. I mean, just that day, that energy was just on some next level. And we said goodbye. He left, and then I finished the gig, and then I was on my way out. I told everybody goodbye, and then all of a sudden I said, "Hey, man, it was good meeting you." Oh, it's Prince in the back over there, sitting down with a bunch of people, and I'm like, oh. And then I ran back and I shook his hand. I said, man, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I don't. I meet a lot of artists in my life, but I just never. I met from Janet to Madonna to like all these artists, Alicia Keys. Like I have sat down and with them, and I never been starstruck, but I was like, he's my idol. It's like, so back to the, as a kid, I have to give credit to my mother because
Oh,
she's the one. She had a lot of vinyl at home, and a lot of romantic music, los trios and stuff like that. So I would just sit home and put the vinyl on and just listen, and it was just different music, and that's how my ear, that's why, like, when it comes to music today, it's like my ear, my curation of music. I mean, you know, it's crazy. Like I just need, like I go out and just get the best of the music that is going to take people back. So somebody once told me, um, there's not a complex, but somebody, I said, you know what? I think that he said, I think that being a DJ is the closest to being God. And I thought about that, that statement. I'm like, you know what? You might be right. Because when you play music for people, what happens? When you hear a song,
you,
it brings you back
right.
memories. It'll make you happy, or it'll make you cry. When somebody has that much power, that goes into your heart and grabs your emotions. That's powerful. That is, it's like being a doctor and operating on somebody. Like somebody goes in and being a DJ, it's just a person who's just like, it's going to take you through that journey. That's what when I'm DJing, my job is to take you through that journey. Ooh, like, oh my
Make you
God, I haven't heard
feel,
that
yeah.
song in so long. And especially being a video DJ, like what I do, I mix videos and playing them and all, like wherever I am, people be like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen that video and who knows how long ago." Like, I didn't even know that song had a video. Like, so people are like, "Oh, that's so amazing." Well, that's kudos to you, brother. So I was like, but think about it. The DJ touches your soul.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like I love songs that when I listen to a song, I listen to lyrics first, because I like music that um, touches your heart and that is like meaningful and that is just like touches you and like brings something out of you. Like I like that kind of music. So when you're talking about music that it takes you on a journey, like I totally get it. Like let me tell you something. I'm so jealous that you have worked with the Roots. I love
Mhm.
the Roots. Love
Yeah,
the Roots.
they're an incredible bunch of guys.
Hmm.
They're amazing. They're so humble too. But like I say, in this journey, you meet artists like the Roots, or you work with them and working with Mary J. or Snoop. And when I was working at MCA, working with so many incredible artists, they're human beings like us, and you'll catch them on a bad day, but for the most part, there's only been a few people that I had like a little bit of like I call them moments.
Yeah.
I had a moment. I like, prime example, J Lo. I had a moment with J Lo when she was dating P Diddy back then. We did a convention in Miami, and he was a panelist in our convention, and she was sitting in the back. So then I went to the back and I'm like, hey, I introduced myself. I work with da 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 da. I said, the reason why we invited him to be in our panel. So I said, well, you mind taking a picture with me? She's like, no. She said no.
Wow. I could see that.
And she
I can see
and she
that.
said, well, it's not like, I don't know if it was an ego thing. She's like, I don't. It was early in the morning. She's like, I'm not looking. I don't know. She was like, she had a bandana. Like back then, she had a bandana on.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was she looking like she was breakdancing and shit. But she's like, I just don't. She just said it to me. I just don't feel comfortable taking a picture because I don't. I just it's not. I don't know. Like she wasn't prepared for it. Like she wasn't glamorous or whatever.
Yeah.
And then years later, we're in the studio with Pitbull, and she was like taking photos, and I was like, nah, bro, not gonna happen.
Pass.
And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like,
Good for you.
Not very good. Yeah.
but it was, and then I explained to her what happened. She was like, oh, that is, I don't even know what to say. Come on, let's do it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I said, what? I'll wait for the proper time. And that was the end of that story.
Good for you.
So,
Good
Show
for
what she
you.
learns.
but it was shit. It was just like, I was just giving her shit. But, everybody's different. It
That's
could,
exactly
like I
right.
say, like I will take the Roots. There's a place in LA called Pink's Hot Dogs. And every time they would come into LA and I would take them on a radio run to like radio stations and all that stuff, they were like, LP, don't forget when we get done with the interviews, you got to take us to Pink. And sure enough, I'll get my big bag with all over it. We'll go to Pink's. And they'll be sitting there just shooting the shit, talking about all kinds of stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So,
I love the Roots. Like a lot of people don't know about the Roots
mm.
or and I even go back to like my Shy days. Like I love Shy. Not a lot of people know about Shy and like I love like Troop.
Ooh,
Like a lot of not
doo
a lot
doo doo,
of people
doo
know about
doo,
Troop
doo.
and I love like old school because I'm an old head.
Huh.
So like I love
For the very first time.
yes. And I love Troop, and I love like all that kind of music. So,
Of course.
so I love the
That,
Roots.
that that time, that era is irreplaceable. It's just
Oh, you have no idea.
it's mint condition. I mean, so many, Black Street.
Yes, yes.
So, like this is a slew of just a great. times, 90s, and like 80s, like this. I'm an 80s baby. I love 80s. I'm like,
Yes.
I was telling Ricky today, I said, yo, man, Journey's coming to Dallas, bro. We, we got to go see Journey. He's like,
I know.
let's
I have
go.
their vinyl record. Like I love vinyl. So
Oh,
you know, I have a vinyl record player and I have their vinyl. Like I love Journey. So how do you
I,
feel about their singer?
I love his singing. He's
He's
amazing.
phenomenal,
He
right?
sounds just like Fred
He's
again.
Like,
he's amazing, and it's funny because I I I always said to myself, I'm never going to be able to see this group perform, and I got to see them for the very first time at the Hollywood Bowl with the
Uh-huh.
with the with the singer,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I was just in my feelings, crying and stuff, singing, and I was like, I can't believe that I'm here at this moment. So anytime they, I'm able to, pop up, I will make time to make. If I gotta buy tickets, I'll go. I don't care. I just gotta be there.
Yeah. I haven't had the opportunity. I haven't had the opportunity to see them yet, but I would love to go and
Listen,
see them.
let's make plans. You are here in the building. I'm here, Ricky. We are gonna pull up. We all going. No
Okay.
matter what.
Okay.
We got
Listen
we got it.
here, LP. I am going to hold you to that. After this, I'm going to get your information from Ricky,
Hmm.
or you can inbox
I
me.
mean,
I'm
I
going to
need
get
your
the
info, like
number.
regardless, because I gotta trade music
Send me
with you
the
guys.
music. Yes.
yes,
So I'm going
yes.
to hold you to that. Listen here on Chisme y Chords, you said it. I have proof.
We need to change.
We have it
We
on
need to change
record.
it to Chisme y el bochinche.
So Heather Jolene Arcantar says, hello, my beautiful friends and musical familia. Sending lots of love. She
Hey.
says, hey. Ricky says, LP, a huge fan of freestyle music and artists. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Heather also says, we just hit 700 followers. Congratulations, Cheese May Courts podcast. And then Ricky, thank you,
Yeah.
Heather. And then Ricky also says, babyface, two
Two
occasions.
occasions. That's
Mm.
Absolutely, Ricky.
Or the deal. Let's make it official there, Ricky Rincon.
Okay,
Nah,
so
but you
we're
know
gonna
what?
play a little bit of this or that. And I need you to like answer like right on the dot. You can't think about it. You have to tell me. Tell me.
Damn, you're gonna put me
Okay?
on a lightning round. God
I
damn it.
am lightning round. Here we go. Here we go.
Just
So club DJ or festival DJ?
club DJ.
Vinyl or digital?
Uh, Vinyl,
Open format or genre specific?
open format,
Okay. Hip hop or Latin mixes?
Latin,
Okay. EDM drops or smooth transitions?
uh, EDM drops.
Okay. Day parties or nightclubs?
Oh, that's a good one. Day parties.
Okay.
Because by the time the night comes, you're toasted.
Right?
Let's start early.
Thank you.
Yes.
Freestyle or reggaeton?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Reggaeton. I love reggaeton, but I love
Yo
freestyle as well.
también, yo también, yo también.
Yeah.
Miami vibes or Vegas vibes?
Miami vibes, a
All
thousand
day,
Really.
percent
all day, all day.
all day.
Mashups or classics?
Classics,
Old school or new school?
old school,
Easy.
Okay. You want request or no request?
no request.
Amen to that. Studio producer or live performer?
Uh, Live performer,
Okay. Luxury events or underground parties?
underground.
Okay. Headphones on or one ear off?
Uh, you know what? I think I do a 1 year. I might have like I have one in one side, and the other one is like right here in my face. On the side, on the like it's just I'm looking all like
Oh, sure.
all, all crooked and shit.
Last but not least, MC hype or silent mixing?
Silent mixing.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Very
I
good
didn't put
answers.
that
Very
one in
good
again.
answers.
Have you guys done silent disco?
You know,
No.
I haven't, but I should because I'm a big music head as well. Like I write music and I sing as well. So I'm a big music head. Like I'm like really into music. So I should try it because a lot of people tell me that it's pretty amazing. Have you
It's
done it?
amazing. I done
Is
it.
it?
Yes, yes, yes. You have two DJs, so you have two sets going on, so you can go back and forth. Blue, red, blue, red. So it's like, and it's like, and you're like dancing and stuff, and the room is quiet.
So everybody
But
like
people are like,
has their
but everybody's jamming, but the room is quiet.
I love
Everything's
that.
everything's here.
I love that. I don't even know if they offer it here.
You know
I
that's
don't
crazy
know.
because I was thinking
I'm sure
I
that's
need to
so.
talk to Ricky. We should invest in buying the equipment and having these parties.
I bet
Because
you would make bet you
I
would make
started
it
doing those
great.
in New York, yeah, and they were very successful. I even did one in Boston. Like it was like super. Like nobody knows. So not until you try, then you know you're gonna be like, wow, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you have the choice. Like I said, you have the choice to like go back and forth. You know, to what's the DJ playing. One guy could be
Um,
doing an '80s set, and the other guy could be doing the '90s R&B set, and then reggaeton, switch it up.
I
So
love that.
that's the fun thing about it. Yeah.
I love that.
So think about it.
Eugene Tristan said he would do old school instead of new school. So we got you, Eugene.
Yeah, we all folks over here. Let
That's
me take that back. Let me rephrase that with vintage,
Thank
that's
you. I was
right.
just gonna say we are vintage.
because
Okay.
I hate
And we are
I
a
hate
good
when
looking vintage. Thank you very much.
That's
Okay.
like wine, baby. Like you know, because I hate when these young DJs are like, oh, they start saying, oh, you know, those old DJs trying to be all like, listen, we're trying to mentor you right now, but it's not about being older
right.
than you. It's like,
Thank you.
you know, we're seeing you making dumb mistakes. Well, let the guys who've been through that road once or twice help you, you
Right.
know, to put you in the right direction. Right, Ricky? Let them know.
Right. Thank you. Have you heard Ricky DJ?
Of course.
Okay.
Actually, we did a graduation party the other day, way that in Bum F Egypt. You know, past somewhere past Fort Worth. I was like, we're in the woods. I think there was mad cows and all kinds of stuff. That's one thing. That's one thing I love about Texas, though, because they keep it real.
Ricky's
But yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Go
What
ahead.
did
No,
you
go
say?
ahead. You've heard him. You've heard him DJ though.
Yes, I heard him,
He's
DJ.
asking 49ers or Cowboys.
49ers, baby, what it is. I grew up in the Bay Area. You already know. You know, there's no. I mean, listen. Honestly, it's not that I don't have no love for the Cowboys. Just I think that it's not even the team. It's the fans.
That's exactly right.
They
That's
win one game and they shut it down. We're going to the Super Bowl, and I'm like, give it a like, get past the first round or the playoffs, and let's talk about it. But
Right.
don't win, you know, don't win like 5, 6 games, and you're like, oh yeah, well, it's on and cracking, man. But you
I
know,
love
something
it.
with all that said, something has to happen. Something needs to happen because I think the Cowboys are due for a Super Bowl. I mean, we've been
Yes,
us
they
49ers, we've been to a lot of Super Bowls lately, and we have lost them all. You know, we lost twice to Kansas City, and it's just like it's
I'm
horrendous.
kind of tired. Not tired, but I think it's time for somebody other than Kansas to be winning the Super Bowl.
I was super surprised to see the Seahawks take it last this year.
This past
So
year, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was like surprised because
good.
they beat us. They beat on the Niners twice. We lost two regular season games to the Seahawks. So they have a pretty decent team, pretty good team. So everybody thought that the New Orleans, I mean, not New England Patriots were gonna win, but they got their butts
No,
kicked. So so shout out to all my Cowboy fans, yo.
that's right.
So
So with that said, yes, I have listened to Ricky DJ. So you know they love Ricky. I mean he's still out there super busy doing gigs. You know
yes.
when he has
Keeping it
the
alive.
opportunity when the bag is right.
I know. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But Ricky is an amazing cat. Like he has his hands like in everything, like
Mhm.
everything. And since I was young, like since I was a young kitten at 17 and we've, known each other all this time, like he has been such an entrepreneur and such an amazing friend and an amazing human, and just he's another humble individual, and he is just keeps himself busy, 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 and he's all about helping people, and he's all about
Hmm.
everybody, and he's
He,
like I said, an amazing human individual, and so just shout out to Ricky Rincon. And
yeah, he loves it. He loves. You know, that's one thing about Ricky, that he's again, he's humble as well. You know, and he has a great ear for music as well, and he's a person who loves to help, others as well. So shout outs to him, and of course, thank you for serving, Ricky.
yes,
Oh, yes.
absolutely, thank you for your
Yes.
service. He
Thank you
wants
for
to know
service.
what's your biggest crush on any artist you've ever worked with. He's
That's a good
putting
one.
you on blast right now.
You know something we
Biggest
don't.
biggest crush. Damn, that's hard. It ain't Evie Queen, bro. It's not Evie Queen, bro. But
Oh, Evie Queen is old school. Evie Queen.
we were just having a conversation about Evie today. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good question. Zendaya, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
she's so cute.
She's cute. Yeah,
She's
she's
beautiful.
she's beautiful. Yeah. So
She's
probably
beautiful.
Zendaya. Yeah.
I love it.
People
Ricky
would
said,
think, oh, what is he saying?
he said, "Thank you, Mercedes. Check is in the mail."
Damn.
Okay, if you could describe your sound in 3 words, tell me why and then after you tell me those 3 words, tell me why those 3 words matter to you.
My sound.
Mhm.
It's like open format DJ. Just the you know, it's hard to say that I have a sound because I'm not a house DJ. I'm
Yeah.
not a EDM DJ. I'm not a,
Yeah.
even though my name is Latin Prince, I'm not a,
Latin DJ.
like I like a Latin DJ. That's all I do is like, I do it. I do it all, and that's part of what I said earlier. My job as a DJ is to take you on a journey.
Right.
So I could be playing some hip hop stuff, and then I could mix that, and it's how you blend it, how you present it. So you could go. That's how the journey goes. It's like, wow, I didn't even. You went into those records, and I didn't even. I didn't even. I couldn't even tell the transition that you just did. So it's hard to describe my sound.
So you could
So
say
More of
open,
an
you could say
energy.
journey, you could say energetic.
This energy that he brings.
I'm the party application.
You're so funny.
I would say smooth, energetic and intense.
Why
Ah,
do why do those 3 words matter to you?
I'm because when I do smooth, it's like like I take pride on how I'm blending my songs, so everything's just smooth. You know, energetic is giving you, raising your heartbeat to 120, beeps, like high energy.
making you feel,
Yeah.
huh?
And then I want you to be on the dance floor, and I want you to lose it. Like, oh my God, especially when I drop a song, like when I drop something that you are like, oh snap, I haven't heard this song. Oh, this is like, where it just blows your mind. We're like, oh my God, this is, like the other day I was DJing somebody's birthday. Oh no, it's not somebody. My friend Zalika. It was her birthday, and I was just like playing. I was just going in on song. I was just like blending, and next thing I'm playing like some Keith Sweat and stuff, and they were like, "What is going on?" Like
You're
it's
ready for this sound.
Some Jodeci, and
Oh,
next
nice.
thing I'm playing some Daddy Yankee, and I'm just like yeah, Somebody said, "Man, you are all over the place," and I'm like, "Nah, you just I'm not all over the place. It's that you just don't get me. You don't understand me.
Yeah.
You know, pay attention."
Exactly. Pay attention to what's going down.
All about the
Exactly.
music, baby.
You know.
Ah,
Ricky said little Susie, homie. Was that your crush, little Susie?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, the freestyle artist, Little
she's
Susie.
a free, yeah, she's a freestyle.
I was telling Ricky, I said, do you know that she wrote her huge hit record when she was 12 years old? I'm like, damn. And now it's like she's been in the business for so long, and you look at her today, she's like, very beautiful. So
Oh yeah,
still looking.
she's a beautiful girl.
We were talking about a couple of freestyle artists that were like not looking so good. Like like No Sarah was looking like death.
Oh my
Pobrecita.
gosh.
Pobrecita. Está puro skeleton. I'm like, damn, girls. Can somebody feed this woman, please?
Oh my god. I'm done with you. Oh my god. So
And
I
then,
love
Lisa
it. Love
Munoz
it.
says,
Bless.
hello, beautiful ladies and everyone tuning in. Saludos desde Pearsall, Texas. En
Here's
Coco
God.
Alcantar.
South
Yeah.
Texas in the building.
Yeah. And Coco Alcantar says, hi, everyone. Hi, Coco. Hi, Lisa. Hey,
Saludos,
everyone.
everybody.
Hey.
So that's my journey. That's part of my journey, guys.
So, what is something that people don't know about you?
Hmm.
It could be like you're a juggler.
Like James Brown.
I guess I'm a joker. People don't. I mean, I think maybe Ricky knows because I just like to. I like to, subliminally just take shots. I'm a joker. Like Prince was a joker. When I after he passed away, I sat down with with his with you know the revolution, and I sat down with like with Sheila E, and I'm like, so what was so special about Prince? And they were like, this dude, he was a joker. He got arrested in Memphis because he took that back in the planes you have the blowhorn. He
Uh-huh.
stole it. He stole it, and a flight attendant saw him steal it, and she told the captain of the plane of the plane, and then he came back and he called the police, and then he ended up in jail because of that stuff. But it was all a joke. So
Oh my God. Who in their right mind would arrest Prince?
imagine.
Just
Poor,
Oh my
nomás
God.
de
yeah,
por
I'm a joker. I'm a lefty, but I use my right hand more than my left.
So you're ambidextrous.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it. Got
So
it. Got it.
I think that's about it.
That's
I'm a romantic. I'm a romantic. I love to write. You know what? Back to we were talking about earlier. My the way I write music, I'm so big when it comes to lyrics. I'm telling
your
you, you would when I send you this. I'm gonna send you this song tonight,
I'm so
and when you
excited.
hear and when you hear it, I want you to text me back and be like, "Yo, that song right there hits. It's gonna hit your soul because of what it's just." And these are like, just think it out. Just heartbreaks where we go through.
from
I
You
love
know,
it.
personal experiences.
experiences, losing somebody special. Um, uh, how can I say not losing losing that person too, but sacrifices that you have made in your life and in your in relationships where like
Oh yes.
I was with somebody where I was with somebody when I was younger who I had to break up with this person because I felt like I couldn't give her what she wanted, and she wanted a baby, and I was too young, and I was in the I was just getting my career started, and I just felt like I I love you, but I just cannot hold you back. And those are the things that we speak. Those are the sacrifices that we speak about.
Oh,
There's a lot of deep stuff in my head that I haven't shared with people, but that's just because it's just my journey of life that I've been
yeah.
through.
Right.
So it's deep. We all have our story. We all
Oh,
have
for
our,
sure. We all have
you
our
know,
testimony. That's absolutely correct.
That's
Almisa has her testimony. I have my testimony. We all have our testimony. That is absolutely right.
that
Ricky,
is true.
as you're in here, give LP my number. And then so he can send me his music, etc. And Ricky also says that you don't like Hearst, Texas.
Oh hell no! I don't like that
Nomás
place. I don't like.
quisiera, pues,
I don't like Euless. I don't like. Yeah, listen. I just recently I got arrested.
What?
that's
Why did you
Oh,
get it in Hearst?
yes.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
And okay, so it's called Hearst, right? But I call it Hurt because they hurt my they hurt my pockets.
I was gonna
Why
say
did
So
you're
why'd you get arrested in
so
Hearst?
so uh, earlier this year, like I do a lot of gigs with Havana Energy. So I was on my way home from Fort Worth. We did we had a gig at at a location that we know is called Spotlight. So I was it was like about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was on my way home. That particular day, I just happened to be driving my sister's car, and she has a bright orange Charger.
Of course.
Like you can see it from like 3 miles away. So I'm just driving, minding my business. I'm tired. I'm like it's been a long day for me. And I'm exhausted. So I'm home, and then next thing you know, the lights turn in the back, and I'm like, what the hell? So I get pulled over, and the guy says, "Oh, I pulled you over because you were changing lanes without using your signal." But let me tell you something. I follow the rules. I don't. I know. I detest people that don't, use their signal, especially
Right,
here in
right.
Texas. There's a lot of them over here. They don't use. They think that you know where they're going. It's like, hey man, put your signal on. Anyway, so I say, well, just all right, bro, whatever. Like, if that's what I did, maybe I didn't. I mean, just tired. I just didn't realize. I just give me the ticket for that infraction or whatever. So he goes, "Have you been drinking?" I said, "No. I had water and a Coke." I said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." He goes, "Do you mind if we search your car?" I said, "Sure. I don't. I don't have nothing to hide by all means." So I step out of the car, in the back, and then I guess one of the officers found like a case with medication. So right there, because I didn't know that in the state of Texas, if you carry medication and it's not in the bottle with your name on it, it's a misdemeanor. I had no idea about that. I mean, I come from California, from New York, other states. I have never ever heard of this. So if you carry the little thing that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Hmm.
are you gonna get in trouble for that? And they say, yeah, you have to carry. I said, well, then you might carry like 20 bottles and stuff, whatever you have.
Right, right.
So when they saw that, the officer said, you know what, we're gonna we're gonna custody. He thought that he knew that I was under the influence of alcohol, but he thought that I was under the influence of something else. So I got charged for two things: DWI and also possession of dangerous drugs.
What?
Dangerous drugs? What do you mean dangerous drugs, bro? It's I don't
Vitamins.
even know what it was like I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was. Just a one pill. It could have been like a painkiller or something. I don't even know. But it was on paper dangerous drugs. So, but to fast forward, that it was on a Friday. I mean, sorry, Friday into Saturday. So you already know that I had to spend my weekend in the Tarrant County Jail. So I was there for three
For
days. For that, I had to wait for the judge Sunday afternoon to tell me what my bail was. It's $1,000 bail, because of the possession of dangerous drugs and the DWS. So it's $1,000, and then I had to call the people so I could I could get myself bailed out. I didn't get bailed out until like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was Monday morning. So but they just called me this couple of days ago. They called me and they told me that they were dropping the charges
good,
Well,
good.
because
congratulations on that.
because it didn't have nothing. I mean, I had to pay the fine, the citation for that, for carrying those the dangerous drugs. But I told the guy, I said, yo, they did a blood test. So I said, you're not gonna
Wow.
find nothing in my blood. You're wasting your time. So, and that's what happened. They didn't find anything. So
And
they
taxpayers'
called
money too for bullshit.
my money. I had
Yeah,
to pay.
exactly.
Listen, half of the bail I had to pay. I had to get my sister's car out of the impound. That was $350. Then, so 450 for the bail, 350. What is that? You know, and then the citation is $379. So I'm already over
So
$1,000
yeah, you are
for what? For nothing.
assumptions.
For
That's why I
somebody who,
don't like. So that's why I heard. I
It
talk
hurts.
about hurts,
Let's not talk about
hurt.
that.
So listen, boys and girls, never if you carry any medication in your in your body,
There you go.
make sure you
You're
have the bottle
safe.
because with your name on it. Don't get caught up with that nonsense.
oh my
That's
gosh.
so unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened to you, pero no más.
That's my only bad experience since I've been in Texas. That's it.
That's gonna
Eh,
be
eh,
the only bad
and
experience. We'll
oh,
change
I'm
that.
sorry. I
Yeah.
have to. I think the other bad experience is dealing with some Dallas Cowboy fans. I forgot. I was wearing. I think I was wearing my Niner hoodie or something, and they were like,
Mm,
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy.
they can get
But
crazy. You sure can.
it gets crazy, guys. It gets crazy. So much
Just
love
like
to
right
everybody
now
in
with the
Texas.
Spurs, going on here,
Oh yeah, hold on.
with
Are they
Curry.
winning? They're winning.
I'm not
Or
sure.
they?
We lost. We're what, 2-2, two
Oh,
and two, or two?
that's
Yeah, 2-2.
All I know is that the Knicks won. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. But a friend of mine who comes from Laredo, Texas, was an assistant coach for the Knicks, and he would always hook me up when I was in New York for games. So much love to the Knicks going to the finals and stuff. So like, so who is going? Who
Spurs.
were the Spurs playing? Who were the Spurs playing?
They're playing OKC right now.
Ah,
Right?
snap.
Right? Yeah,
Okay,
because I'm like, yeah, the Thunder. I don't know why. It just yeah.
that's
I
what's up.
think it's rigged
That's what's up.
though. These don't get me started because I'm
Let's
just
not talk about it because this
yeah
is going to
no.
be another. It's going to be another hour in the and I don't know if we have that time.
Uh,
But
I know,
any
love.
more?
Thank you so much. That is awesome. Giving us your time, knowing that
I
you
appreciate
have
it.
spread it out to everybody, and we are very blessed to know that you've come across so many chairs and you still choose to join us. That's humble.
Nah, I appreciate you guys giving me a platform to tell a little bit of my story because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that I still haven't told you guys. I was in Sister Act. I was good friends with Big Pun, Biggie. That's again part of the book. But it's like everybody's like, "Oh, you were a Sister Act." I will send you the footage and how it all started. So it's a story itself.
I'm just so
That's
proud of you and the journey
amazing.
that you have come through, and just like you're so humble, and you've been around some of the biggest names in the industry, and you're still so humble about it. I just love that for you, and I think that is a testament to who you are and a testament to your success. And I think that's also why people still reach out to you to this day, and why your phone still rings, like you said, because people know what type of individual you are, and
Mhm.
how humble you are, and that you stay so grounded. So kudos to you for that. And with that said, how can we support your music? Do you have any merch out? And if you do, where can we get it? So tell us about that.
Well, I have my merch line. We have a nonprofit organization. It's called Beats for Hope. So Beats,
Okay.
the number four,
Uh-huh.
hope.com. And there's if you go down the list, this you will see we have like a handful of DJs who do their own merch as well. But right now, right as we speak today, I'm doing a special T-shirt, with Dallas, and like I actually have to give Ricky his shirt. So with all the well, I couldn't get all the hot neighborhoods. Like I got like Dallas, Highland Park, uh, like a handful of like actually Ricky helped me with the list of names. So right now, so all the proceeds for that particular shirt is going to the food bank of Dallas. So all the sales for that particular shirt, those shirts and hoodies, every dime, I don't get nothing. Everything's going, so everybody's buying them, and that money's going back to the community. So that's one thing I love doing with the
That,
community. It's giving back. I don't care about making any money if I know there's somehow somewhere things will come back to me no matter what.
that's right, tenfold.
So
God
so
does
once
that.
again, beats4hope.com. Look for my Latin friends, and you can see all the shirts that I have for sale uh, there to support the community. I always say it's a purchase with a purpose. You
Awesome.
know. So and as far as you can follow me on Instagram at Latin Prince, TikTok DJ Latin Prince, Spotify Latin Prince, and Mixcloud, where you can hear all my shows. Mixcloud.com / DJ Latin. So if you want to groove it, you want to listen to some good mixes, you know, that's what you will hear all the shows for, like working with, the Garth Brooks radio station, Tailgate Radio. So if you want to like jam to some mixes and as you're working out or whatever it is, if you're jamming, if you're driving your car, you like go to Mixcloud has an app on the phone, and you could you could go to my channel and you can listen to it. There's a lot of shows that Ricky listens to there because there's shows there. I've been doing shows for Mixcloud for years. So this I would say there's hundreds of mixes there. So you
That's
could
awesome. That's
fill
awesome.
your heart and your ears.
Yeah,
Because
Ricky always sends me mixes. He's like, "Have you heard this mix? Have you heard this mix? Have you heard this mix?" So he always sends me mixes. So I love that. So I'll make sure and get some of your mixes. But thank you so much for taking the time to come and be with us. Thank you
Thank you.
for all your knowledge in the music industry. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are so excited to hear everything that you had to say. We are so humbled by your presence and we are so grateful for you. And I just know in my heart that God has his hands on you and that the sky has been the limit and the sky is nothing but the limit for you, and that nothing but greatness is just going to continue to go for you. And so we are sending many blessings your way. And we
Thank
will
you.
definitely keep in contact. Ricky is
Of
Yeah,
sending
course.
info.
we can bring him back on his new on that country, on that music
I
he was
got you.
talking
I
about
got
too.
you. I
We gotta
got you.
hear
I
it.
got you.
Yeah.
And don't forget Journey.
Yes,
Yes,
Journey.
yes,
Yes, yes, yes, Journey. And but yes, I will be contacting you after this, and then
Thank you.
after this podcast, and then you can send me your music, and then we'll talk some more. So yes,
Thank
so
you.
thank you so
I
so
thank
much,
appreciate
you
it.
so
and
much.
yes,
Thank you guys for having me, and I appreciate all you guys are doing for, it's always good to see ladies, Latinas, en
Yes,
la mezcla.
that's right.
Gracias, muchas gracias, muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Bendiciones.
Okay,
Yes, you too. Blessings always. Thank you.
thank you so much.
Sí. Take care. Bye
Ciao.
bye.
He was such a good guest. Like, he's been around so many amazing people, and he has been around so many beautiful countries.
Amazing artist, country,
Yes, and
the way
he's
God blessed him, the way that he's able, just his whole persona and character is just very humbling, and you see the energy in him. It's just positive light, positive wherever he goes. He's wanting to witness the culture, the cultura. He wants to be able to serve. He gives, he takes time, nonprofits. I mean, that's just God sent. And to
it
be able,
is
to do that, and he's blessed tenfold already, where he doesn't want no funds out of it. It's all
recognition.
from his,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all from his heart, and
yeah.
it's exactly, I mean,
We need more of that. We need more of that for
most,
sure.
most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and he's so humble about it. That's amazing, and we need more of that in our broken world today. But God has definitely blessed him, and he knows his God given calling, and that is amazing. So
And
proud of
journeys
him.
in the near
So,
future.
do what?
I said, and seeing journeys in the near future.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. We're going to hold him to that because he said it here on Chisme y Chords. So, everybody is a witness, and we will be playing that back if we have to. So, we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you guys tomorrow. We love you so much. Many blessings sent your way. All you guys have a good evening.
Good night, blessings.